a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Lynne Patton. Lynne Martine Patton was designated in June 2017 by President Donald Trump to head Region 2 of the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, which oversees New York and New Jersey. She previously worked as an event planner for the Trump family. However, though believed by many of the public and media, she did not work on the wedding of Eric Trump, which was planned by Jennifer Zabinski Events. Also, she was a key player in helping to run the Eric Trump Foundation. She was a speaker at the 2016 Republican National Convention. Early life. Patton grew up in New Haven, Connecticut. Her father is epidemiologist Curtis L. Patton, who was a professor at Yale University. Her mother was a homemaker. Patton graduated from the University of Miami with a BA in English Literature. She attended the Quinnipiac University School of Law. School officials have stated that she was a student for only 2 semesters and did not graduate. On her LinkedIn page, Patton also claims affiliation with Yale University, which she did not attend. Career. An Eric Trump Foundation staff biography of Patton states that she was involved in casting the 2012 and 2014 seasons of The Celebrity Apprentice. Patton was one of 16 unpaid directors at the Eric Trump Foundation, though her position did not appear in the foundation's 2014 tax filings. Her HUD financial disclosures stated that she had been a vice president and a board member at the Eric Trump Foundation from January 2009 to January 2017, and she speaks of being with the Trump family since 2009. In May 2016, during Donald Trump's 2016 presidential campaign, Patton narrated a YouTube video called "The Trump Family I Know." A black female Trump executive speaks out, in which she defended Trump against accusations that he was racist. She spoke at the 2016 Republican National Convention. The official convention program listed her position as Vice President of the Eric Trump Foundation and Senior Assistant to Eric Trump, Ivanka Trump, and Donald Trump, Jr. In her convention speech, she acknowledged historical racism, but said that Donald Trump knows that Black lives, LGBTQ lives, veterans' lives, and police lives matter. Later in the campaign, Patton joined other campaign spokeswomen on the Trump-Pence Women's Empowerment Tour. She is the director of National Diversity Coalition for Trump administration. Beginning in January 2017, Patton served as a White House liaison and director of public liaison for the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development. Since the Trump Organization co-owns some properties that receive federal rental subsidies from HUD, her position raised questions of conflict of interest. Since July 5, 2017, Patton has served as head of Region 2. She has no reported experience with housing policy. Congressional Representatives Grace Meng and Nydia Velázquez, both Democrats from New York, publicly urged the administration to reconsider the appointment. In January 2018, Patton called April Ryan, the White House correspondent and Washington bureau chief for American Urban Radio Networks, Miss Piggy. Patton later apologized. In September 2018, Patton mocked sexual allegations against Supreme Court Justice nominee Brett Kavanaugh. That same month, she also falsely claimed that CNN host Anderson Cooper had faked a live shot. In November 2018, Patton claimed that she would be moving from her New York apartment in Trump Plaza to public housing, saying, "It hit me like a ton of bricks that this is no longer okay." Patton said, "It was not okay for me to preside over the largest housing crisis in the nation from the warmth and comfort of my own safe and sanitary apartment while NYCHA residents continue to suffer the most inhumane conditions," and blamed the housing authority for ineptitude and indifference to the conditions suffered by hard-working residents. She began an announced month-long stay in NYCHA housing on February 11, 2019. On February 27, 2019, U.S. Representative Mark Meadows presented Patton at the hearing of former Trump lawyer Michael Cohen before the United States House Committee on Oversight and Reform to rebut Cohen's assertion that President Trump is a racist. This prompted a sharp exchange later between Meadows and Representative Rashida Tlaib, who asserted the fact that someone would actually use a prop, a black woman, in this chamber in this committee is alone racist in itself. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?